Hey girls, so welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. I'm doing another social media advice video and these are my favourite at the minute. Like, I love filming these and they seem to do well, so I'm hoping you guys love them too. Today's social media advice video is on 5 tips for when you're first starting out a makeup account on Instagram. So our first tip today is when you first actually decide to make an account. What I would personally recommend is if you really think that you're going to be into this, just do your personal one as it. Like, some people make a separate account, but then you sort of flick in between both and that can get really complicated sometimes, and you might not be as driven to do it if it's a second account because it's separate. And don't worry about what other people think, because it should just make you more motivated to want to do it and succeed in what you do. And if you love it, it shouldn't bother you anyway what other people think. Just ignore them. Got no time for people who just spread rubbish and bad negativity. Just make it. Then another thing to think about is your name. So if your name, say it's a personal account, the name might not be very good for if you wanted a makeup account. So you need to think about if you want to change your name or not whilst you first start out. So then if you do get popular one day, people are easy to find you. Like, mine's got 3 numbers at the end, which isn't great, but because that's what all my social media's near enough underneath, it's best for me to just keep it like that now, because if I change it, people might not be able to find me. So try and make that decision now and then try to stick to it. My second tip is to try engage in as much content as possible. So when you see a post, if you like it, say that you like it, just tell everyone how good their work is and hopefully they'll return for you. And even if they don't, it's still good to share positivity, it's good karma, and like, if someone saw your post, you'd want them to comment on it. So do what you want others to do to you, if that makes sense. My third tip is, if you see an account with a roughly similar amount of followers with you, or like say you've got 3,000 followers, anyone between like 0 and 6,000, try and make friends with them. If you really like their content, then message them and tell them. Get to know them, and honestly, it can really help having someone there that's supportive and in the same kind of position as you. And if you need any advice, either vice versa, they should be able to help you too. It's really handy to make friends in this community, because I think sometimes things can't be as nice as they seem, so it's good to have someone there that you know you can speak to, if that makes sense. My fourth tip is all about collaboration. So whether that be you both come up with a theme, or more than 2 of you come up with a theme, and you all do a makeup look based on this look, and then you all upload it and tag each other, and then people from your account will look at their work, hopefully, and then people from their account look at yours, and then that way you hopefully, you know, increasing your followers and getting your name out there. Because when you first start, it can be really hard, and sometimes when I was growing, I found if people had more followers than me, they didn't want to speak to me or know me. And it's really weird, because there is some people that I felt like kind of ignored me when I was a smaller account, even though I'm not a big account now, but now my followers have increased, they want to talk to me all of a sudden, and I just think, why? Everyone's the same, followers should not make a difference. So hopefully this will help you both gain new followers from each other, so you're kind of helping each other out. Another collaboration that you could do is like a story takeover on Instagram. So instead of doing shout out for shout out, you could both come up with like a tutorial, even if it was like a pictorial, so it wasn't actually a video, and then you both upload each other's tutorials to your own story. And then at the start of it, you want to just introduce yourself, explain who you are, and ask people to check out your account, and to then do the same at the end. So hopefully from that, their followers will be seeing something that's enjoyable and that's something they actually want to watch, and then they will also, for you, hopefully come over to your page, have a look at your work, and maybe give you a follow. So that's something to think about. And again, I would try go within your following bracket, so nothing too much lower and nothing too much higher. If you want to, obviously, that's fine, but it's got to be beneficial for the both of you. I'm personally looking for people to do story takeovers with. Doesn't matter what your follow count is, I'm doing them on Instagram and Snapchat. Just let me know if you fancy it, drop me a comment or leave me an inbox on Instagram. And my last tip for you, so number 5, is experiment with different kinds of makeup. So before Halloween, I used to hate creative makeup, but I've really grown to love it, and I'm desperate to do more. So try that, try something creative, try more simpler looks, try colourful, then try different kinds of posts, so like videos, tutorials, pictorials, just normal eye close-ups, full face. There's so many different things you can do out there. Have a go at all and see what you like best, and see what does best on your feed. Like, if people like pictorials, they always seem to do well for me, but I always find it so hard to remember to do them whilst I do my eye makeup. So I often don't post them, but when I do, people seem to enjoy them and save them. So have a go at everything. Try everything and see what does better. They are my 5 tips on when first starting out a makeup account. A little bit of advice in there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like this video and leave me a comment, and don't forget to message me if you want to do a story takeover. If you want to see any sort of social media advice on any other topics, just leave me a comment or let me know, and I'll hopefully do it soon. Anyway, I will see you next Thursday.